So welcome back on this third video about NLP machine learning exposed through an API made with FastAPI. So you still have this code available. We've gone through, if I check the walkthrough, we've gone through this first directory that was ChatGPT and FastAPI. So it's a mix between what I've written with the help of ChatGPT and this project. The second one was how to connect. So if we check the post, it was how to connect a kind of front end made with Streamlight and a FastAPI, but was just the principle. And this time we're gonna see how to. The project is this one. I found it on the web. So it was first. To be connected with the custom cognitive skill in Azure Search, but I just grabbed the application made with FastAPI because I wanted to be sure how to use the test thing, because there was few elements that you can test your API, and basically that I grabbed it because there was pytest. Let's do it. That's exactly the same principle than before. So I get there, I'm here, I'm not here, so I'm not in the correct one. That's this one. I think I should correct it right away. And by the way, all these commands are available also directly in the file, because I'm gonna need it to load the document. So that's the correct one. So it's better to maybe to work with the. So we're good. Requirement SpaCy extractor. We're in the right place. We gonna activate. So I always show you the. So we are in base. I'm handling the environment, the Python environment with Anaconda, and you have a requirement here also. But basically, I'm using a much bigger one because environment more like this. I should maybe change it. By the way, I'm gonna use this one because you will have everything that you need somehow. You see, because there's plenty of stuff that I'm using. So, and then you just say, well, this is the main file, and you declare the app. So you're going to run the app, okay? And then you're going to check the local host. So it should start right away. And I'm going to check the local host right here on, for instance, these tabs. And what do I see? Oh, by the way, I'm gonna open a new Windows, like for instance, the black one, and I'm gonna get there because I'm gonna launch at the same time the test. You see, and the test, if I check the test, they're right here. So yeah, basically you can launch this command. I've disabled warning because there's still some errors, but anyway, what I'm going to show you is that, so it should work now. By now I think it's load. Let me check. Yeah, that's correct. So yeah, that's correct. It's been called 200. So we're going to type entity. You have, for instance, if you try it out, you have already in this project, for instance, you have already some data that is in port. It's a good thing. I think you can see that's here. You can see that is calling this example request. That's a good way to work. And then you can try it out. And well, you can first use this one, for instance, and you see that it's connecting. It's a nerd, so name entity recognition, and it's going to grab the organization and then the product. If I I think I have some new element phrase. Yeah, for instance, let's take this one. That's the one given by, or you can take let's take this one. And you see, he's gonna look for the nerds right here. So I'm gonna get there. So basically, you see, oops, apparently I made a mistake. Yeah, I made a mistake because right here, it should be right here. Okay, South Korea, this is, you have London, Seoul, and Team Adams as people, or you can even check this one. That was Alphabet. Let's take this one for instance. Well, that's the habitual, classical, and maybe we can use the one used by the one given by SpaCy itself. I'm going to join it so we can see that is detecting. So you see, and then he's detecting Alphabet, Apple, and so on and so on. So, and UK has a place. Okay, so this is a classical nerd. I've already made a few attempts on that. So let's see the test, how they are working. And basically, I'm just finishing like that. So the test is gonna load this text, and it's gonna try to see if this text it should discover Google and Apple as an organization, and also New York, which is here. Okay, is a great city that does not sleep. That comes from the song New York City, New York, New York. Yeah. Okay, so let's do it. So if you launch the test right away, there will be errors, I guess. So I'm gonna get there. Yeah, so I can make. So I guess, yeah, there's the error collecting. Whoa, you cannot find. Ah, yeah, it doesn't work because I didn't load into the correct environment. Sorry. I'm sorry. So I need to put it in the correct directory. And then we're here, and then I relaunch the pytest. So it should show me some error or some warnings. You see the warning summaries. I didn't find out the way, but I don't care for the moment. But if you want to disable the warning, you just do that. You type -- disable warning. And what is interesting, so the two tests are passing. This is unit testing. This is pretty useful for API testing. Whether you can do some other framework like Cypress or Postman and Newman, for instance, or even I made several books about testing an API. So just to show you the publication, you can find my book. But anyway, for the unit testing, it's better to use pytest. And I'm just gonna make it fail. So for instance, I'm gonna say New York City. So you should find New York City, and in the text you have New York. Okay, so it does not work. And it should find an error, and one of the tests will fail. Okay, yeah, you see New York, that's not equal to New York City. So that's the way you make tests on API with pytest, and it's pretty easy. And also I have follow up very quickly Tiago, the creator of FastAPI, that introduced to testing. But that's the idea. Basically, that's my conclusion. It's very easy to build up and to expose ML machine learning models through an API, which means that for me, for instance, I'm still a PO, but I was wondering how to become maybe more specialized in data science. So I invite you to discover FastAPI, and maybe to have a look also to, different kind of models that you can use directly. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy my work. And if you like it, do not hesitate to subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you. Bye bye.